Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to try my best again today. Wi-Fi, supposedly it's better a little bit, but I think it's still a little glitchy. I've already hit the record button, so hopefully we can save this and upload it tonight for another 2 hours of my life in the hotel room. So, with that being said, we have a minute left here to go into warm-ups. And I'm going to introduce you to the players. A little different format today. Up front, forwards. Number 3 from Commerce, Michigan, Braden Wade. Number 25 from Canton, Michigan, Nolan Kaminsky. Number 91 from Sylvania, Ohio, Tommy Spencer. Number 11 from Northville, Michigan, Patrick Thomas. Number 16 from Chesterfield, Michigan, Luke Plant. Number 22 from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Whit Denson. Number 68 from Livonia, Michigan, Ethan Drbicki. Number 17 from Ludington, Michigan, Isaac Embry. Number 19 from Toledo, Ohio, Luke Schoen. Number 21 from Denver, Colorado, Ben Davis, who I believe is not playing today. Number 81 from Butler, Indiana, Jace Siebert. On defense, number 13 from Royal Oak, Michigan, Gabe Ruiz. Number 14 from Northville, Michigan, Ryan Sellers. Number 33 from Colorado, Quinton Flores. Number 62 from, doesn't have it on my sheet here, but we're saying he's from Michigan, Pierce Huey. Number 72 from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Garen Mikulski. Number 94 from Chesterfield, Michigan, Chase Reed. Your goaltenders for Victory Honda 16U team. Number 31 from Greenwood Village, Colorado, Mason Gudridge. Number 34, Walled Lake, Michigan, Wesley Jefferson Swint II. Your head coach, Kyle Lawson. Your assistant coach, Mark Matera. So today we have your 16U Victory Honda team is going to be playing against Bell Tire's 16U team. Bell Tire in white over here on this side. Victory Honda back in black again. They're in their black unis again. Our starting goaltender here is number 31, Mason Gudridge. And up front we have number 3, Braden Wade. Number 17, Isaac Embry. Number 22, Whit Denson. And on defense, number 14, Ryan Sellers. And number 33, Quinton Flores. And Victory Honda is able to control that. That comes back to Sellers. He sends an indirect pass off the boards. It doesn't get through. But Bell Tire now has possession. Bell Tire tries to get it up through the neutral zone. And Denson's able to put pressure down. Quinton Flores back to get it. He picks the puck up. He goes far side. And he hits Wade, who just takes a little chip. And that is going to be a hit from behind on Bell Tire. Oh. All right. So, 16:24 remaining here in this first period. Looks like Honda's going to go to the power play. And we'll have Kaminsky out here to take the face-off. I believe they're giving him a 2 and 10. Potentially. Yes, they have a guy going into the box right now for 2 and 10. So we have Nolan Kaminsky to take the face-off with Drabicki and Jay Siebert with Ruiz and Reed. Victory Honda is able to control that face-off. They move it over to Ruiz. Ruiz goes far side to Drabicki. Drabicki goes off the post and out of the play. Could have gone off the crossbar and out of play. Moving the puck cross seam. Again, I apologize for Wi-Fi. We're only as good as our Wi-Fi connection or any type of a connection. I've tried off my phone and it doesn't work already. So we're going to do our best here. But anyways, it moves up to Drabicki. Drabicki over to Reed. Reed back down low to Siebert, who can't handle that pass. Siebert now moves it back up to Drabicki. Drabicki walks the middle. He tries to go cross seam to Ruiz. That gets deflected outside. And Reed now has possession back in his own zone. Reed moves it back up to Drabicki. Drabicki comes in the far side, pulls up. He now spins back, and he has possession. He throws it back up to Reed. Reed has it to Drabicki. Drabicki tries to go cross ice to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to take his shot. That gets blocked. And Drabicki buries one on the power play to give Victory Honda their first lead of the game. Went on a rebound that just comes out to Drabicki's stick, and he puts one in to make it 1-0 Victory Honda. So, a minute and 28 seconds into this game, Victory Honda is up 1-0. Wade will be out here with Embry and Patty Thomas with Mikulski and Huey. Again, folks, I think I lost service, but I'm recording, so. So, Mikulski jumps in off the face-off on that one. He tries to pull one in inside out. And now he gets it again. He tries to get it. He gets stepped up and gets knocked down. And Bell Tire comes the other way. They send it down the length of the ice. Not going to be an icing. Wade gets it over to Huey. Huey now has possession. He moves it to Embry. And that's going to be off of his stick and comes down the length of the ice. They move it up the wall. Patty Thomas now has possession. He tries to hit Schoen coming off the bench with a little backhand pass. And there's a pucks for bouncing around right through there. Mikulski has it. He turns up ice right through the neutral zone. Oh, gets it knocked off of his skate. Overskates it. Now Schoen has possession. Schoen now has it. Tries to move it to Wade. Bell Tire now has possession. They come behind the net. Their zone. They go D to D on the near side here. And they go back over to the far side. They enter the offensive zone. They take the shot, rebound, and that is saved by Sellers. He's able to dish that out of harm's way. And here's Huey. He now has possession. He moves it up to the far side to Plant. Plant's not able to get it out. Huey has to go back and goes back down low with Tommy Spencer now has possession of it. Spencer carries it through the neutral zone. Spencer carries it wide on the right side, drops it back to a Bell Tire player. That goes right to Flores. Flores takes a shot. That goes off of his stick. And into the Bell Tire corner. And we're going to have Plant down here on the near side with Schoen. And trying to battle and get this puck out. Again, far side, they can't reach it to Schoen, and that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing here. 13:32 remaining in the period. What's going on? I think I lost signal. And they'll have a face-off here. That puck is dropped. Victory Honda wins it. They send it far side. Denson's not able to control it. It comes back down to Siebert, and he's not able to catch up to it. So if Honda won that face-off, that's going to come back to I believe it's going to come back to the right side of Mason. All right, never mind. they're calling that a mistake, and that he beat that down. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off. They win it back. Ruiz is not able to have possession, and they send it, and that goes off and out of play. 13-14 remaining here in this first period. I believe we lost signal, but I'm trying my best to hit record. That face-off will come back here to center ice. For Kaminsky down to take the draw. And they're able to get it and chip it in. Siebert's in after the puck, puts a bone-crushing hit on his defenseman. And they try to turn the puck out to the outside, and that jumps over Ruiz's stick. Ruiz now has possession. And going the other way. And they move it back up here to the far side. And Reed is pinned to the boards. He couldn't really do an escape move with it, so he decides to move it over to Ruiz. Ruiz moves it over to Denzin. Denzin doesn't get that through to Embry, and Reed's up here on the play. Beltire goes back to get it. They move it over to the far side, come up the neutral zone, and that gets shut down by Victory Honda. Beltire now has possession. And Reed's put the pressure on his guy. Mikulski's out there with Reed. Chase Reed tries to move it. He tries to hit Denzin. And they're going to call that one an icing, I believe. And they're probably a little nervous to call it an icing or not. Just because last time their coach lost his mind on him. So that'll come back to the left side of Mason. Guys, I had service. I'm in and out, and I apologize for that. And Honda's able to win that face-off. They come here to the near side to Embry. Embry chips that one out. Trubicky's in on the forecheck. He's not able to get to it. That's going to be right here, and we're going to have an offsides play here at 11:47 remaining. That's just going to come just outside the zone here for Victory Honda. If you guys can bear with it, we'll have internet intermittent. I can't even do it from my cell phone. But that play goes back behind Beltire's net. Wade's in on the forecheck. Embry tries to move it, and Victory Honda comes out of the zone. They come in to step up. Mikulski steps up on his guy, and now Trubicki has it. He cuts back. He throws one off the boards to Wade. Wade's able to step through, and they're going to come back, and Mikulski's able to stop that one. It comes here to the near side, and Beltire now hits a guy coming into the zone with speed. Mikulski's able to seal them off, and out of pressure, here comes Wade. Wade now carries it. He did not gain a line, and they're going to wave that off, but we'll take it. 11 minutes remaining here in the first period, and they try to stretch the ice just past Sellers' stick. That's Sellers first in the back to get it. Sellers moves it up to Plante. Plante now has it. He moves it far side to Patty Thomas. Patty Thomas now has a streaking Spencer going to the net. And that ends up going behind Beltire's net. And they're able to come out, and they throw one high off the glass, and that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing with 10:32 remaining. Face-off should come back to the left of Beltire's goaltender. I did not get a lineup sheet for Beltire. So I have my lineup sheet here for Victory Honda. Puts Tommy Spencer in to take the face-off. He does not win that one, as it was tied up in some skates and sent down. Flores, who's able to just pinch down and hold that play in. He kicks it out. Patty Thomas tries to go over to the near side to the D, and it's a Sellers. Sellers now has possession, and he sends it back down behind Beltire's net. Beltire turns the puck over, and Tommy Spencer's trying to pull that one out. And here comes Belle Tire. They come up the zone. They move it here to the inside. And looks like Victory Honda is going to go on the PK. With 9:57 remaining here in the first period, we have a roughing penalty coming up. I don't know on who yet, but that will send Victory Honda to the box. We'll put that power play up. They're sending number 11, Patrick Thomas, to the box. 2 minutes for roughing. So we'll get our first look at Belle Tire's power play, as it is to the left of Mason. Honda's able to win it. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz just sends it up this far side, up the boards. And now it comes over here on the near side. Trubicki puts pressure. Ruiz is able to come out with it with Trubicki. Trubicki has the streaking Ruiz, short-handed, not able to connect with the pass. And that puck jumps over Kaminsky's stick. And here comes Belle Tire. They come back up. They pull it back out here in the neutral zone. They're trying to get one past Ruiz, but they're not able to get it past with pressure from Trubicki. And Belle Tire has it here in the neutral zone. They can't get anything going. And Reed sends a soft one out and goes back the other way. And they move it in. Reed now has it. He moves it over to Huey. Huey now has possession. He moves it back to Reed. Reed has it, moves it to Plante. Looks like Honda's on the power play on that play right there, but now we have all four guys changed. And now they're having a hard time getting anything set up, and Plante turns that one over on the backhand in the neutral zone. And they cycle back behind their net. And they're going to set up their power play unit from behind, and they move it here to the near side. They drop it back to their defenseman, who carries it up and sends it to the far side. Mikulski steps up on that play there, and that will send Wade, who just softly sends one down, back down the other end of the ice. They go back behind their net with 30 seconds to go on this power play. Not able to really get much zone time here. And they come into the zone, and Wade's able to put pressure on. Mikulski takes it, and he gets it out of danger and puts it back out into the neutral zone. Belle Tire now has to go back for another possession, and they decided to just rim one in hard on the goaltender. Mason comes out to play it, and Plante tries to get it out. That comes out here in the neutral zone, and we will have our first kill of this game. And they send it in hard. It goes to the far side. They try to send a quick little shot right away off the rim, and they do get one on net. Comes out to Belle Tire's point. They take a shot, hits a stick, does not go in. Mikulski whacks it out, and Spencer's there to get possession. Spencer tries to move it over to Plante, but he doesn't. Plante looks like he was wanting to change, so we don't have possession. And Belle Tire now has it, moves it up here to the near side. And Huey moves it over to Sellers. Sellers goes in direct far side. No one's over there. And Belle Tire just ships that one back down low. Sellers, Sellers sends it on the near side with Spencer. Spencer comes up into the offensive zone, tries a little stutter step, throws it back on the far side. Schoen's over there to get first on the puck. Now we have Denson comes in. He throws a big hit on Belle Tire's defenseman. But the pucks are just bouncing on along the boards over there. Belle Tire is able to come out with that one. They go D to D here on the near side and come up the strong side. Sellers has possession. He moves it over to Flores. Flores has it. That puck jumps over his stick. He tried to dump it in, hits Denson in the shins, and it gets battled on the boards again. Another board battle. Flores has it. He tries to go D to D to Sellers, but that puck is rolling. Sellers sends a high one off the glass, and that is going to be a hand pass, and that will come inside. So, folks, I am recording this. I will do my best to upload it tonight and see what we can do. Honda wins that face-off, and that's Embry that wins that one. We can't get it out, but here comes Denzin. Denzin moves it to Thomas. Patty Thomas on a 3-on-2. He pulls up. He gets that knocked off of his stick. Thomas is putting pressure on the wall. Thomas walks out. He takes a shot. That goes off his shoulder. And here comes Ruiz now. Ruiz now has possession. Moves it over to Reed. Reed tries the far side to hit Patty Thomas, and Embry's able to strip that one. Embry trying to jump over another stick. That comes to Patty Thomas. He takes a shot, and that goes high. Embry moves it down low. It gets stolen by Bell Tire. Bell Tire now has it along the wall, but so there's another board battle. And Embry moves it over to Denzin. Denzin had a Ruiz going, streaking Ruiz going, but didn't see him. But Patty Thomas now has it on the far corner. Patty Thomas is shielding off pressure. He's just protecting it. He shifts it out to Denzin. Denzin has it, cycles it back down to Thomas. Patty Thomas cycles back down to Embry. Embry now has possession. He moves it up to the top to Ruiz. Ruiz takes a shot, misses. Reed's pinching down. Reed goes to pinch down. He comes out with it and keeps it on his stick and sends it in deep. Here comes Kaminsky with it. Kaminsky now has possession. He gets off of his guy out to Ruiz. Ruiz takes a shot, misses the net, and bounces back behind the net. And here comes Stravicki back out from behind the net, and he gets that puck stripped out of his, and that goes the length of the ice with 4:44 remaining here in this first period, as Victory Honda had some really good zone possession for about a good solid minute there. They were out working, out hustling, winning board battles, and they were able to come out with it. Didn't get much generated on the offensive side, but they were able to just have some zone time. They win the face-off there. Mikulski goes in to pinch. He's not able to hold it in, and Huey comes back to get it. Huey now has it. He sends it up to Kaminsky. That should be a whistle because it hit a glove on the bench, but Huey now has it. He pulls back out of pressure and back into his zone. He has his D partner but doesn't use it, and they go to the... He just turns over to Bell Tire. Bell Tire now has it. They send it. That's a high stick by Victory Honda. And that's going to get waved because Bell Tire touches it. Bell Tire, they go D to D. They just try to stretch the ice far side. And that's going to be an icing and go back down the other side with 4:02 remaining in the period. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the period. Folks, I'm intermittent on the Wi-Fi. I apologize. Signal. Doing the best we can. So 4:02 remaining in this period. Patty Thomas has it. That bounces off of his stick. That comes out in his zone here for Ryan Sellers. Sellers has it. He moves it up. And Wade's able to chip that in backhand. And that's going to go back to behind Bell Tire's net. 3:45 remaining. 1-0 Victory Honda in this first period. Quinton Flores has it. He's able to step up and moves it to Sellers. Sellers, that comes off of his stick. And Wade makes a nice, nifty play with able to chip that in and wave off the icing as that sailed off of Sellers' stick. Sellers is able to throw it back behind the net. Wade chips one up in the air. He tries to throw one. Another rebound in front. Jay Siebert first to the puck. Thomas tries to spin off of his guy. He's not able to, and Ryan moves it back. Patty Thomas now has it. He cuts back into the zone. He's alone. He's got Wade coming. Wade tries to drop it back to Sellers. Sellers wasn't there. Sellers is going to go for a slashing penalty, I believe, here. Number 14, Ryan Sellers with 2:57 to go. And that puts up Bell Tire on their power play. I believe I forgot to send the chat. Send the YouTube link. It's my apologies. It's not the best anyways. So and Honda's able to win that face-off. They send it out, and it goes out of play with 2:52 remaining here in this period. And able to get possession again off of that face-off. And Belle Tire now comes out. They come into this. They pull it back with 1:43 remaining. And now get possession and try to move it up to the far side. Trubicky's putting pressure on. He takes a couple of hits and he sends his guy to the ice. Belle Tire now has possession and loses it. Trubicki here, he pulls in and goes to his backhand, tries to send that one down low, but doesn't get it in too deep. Belle Tire has it here on the near side. That miscommunication, bad pass. And Nolan Kaminsky's out now. Trubicki's going to the bench, and we have Spencer now coming out. So with 1:04 remaining here in this period, Belle Tire comes up here to the near side. They come back down to the far side with a missed pass. And they try to send it, and that comes back to Mikulski. And Mikulski stick handles, or tried to knock that out, and it bounces in a favor of Belle Tire. And they're coming back into their zone. They send a soft little chip right here. Mikulski pinches in, and he throws one in on net. And that'll put 35 seconds remaining here on Belle Tire's power play. Belle Tire now pulls it back behind their net. They try to come out as a 5-man unit. They have not been able to get much going here on their power plays, but that doesn't mean anything. All they got to do is get in, get set up, and get one shot, and you never know. Well, Mikulski's here on the near side. He tries to peel off. They come back to the outside, try to send it far side. Comes back in, and they try to throw it back to the defenseman who turns it over. We have 1 minute remaining in the period here, 1 minute remaining in this first period. Belle Tire now has possession, and that'll bring Victory Honda back to full strength. Back to full strength, and they have 3 players pressuring hard. They're turning pucks over. Schoen moves it back down to Embry. Embry now has it. Embry's getting hit on the board. Spencer's in there to help. Embry tries to get possession. They move it up here to the near side. Huey's now has possession, and he now gets it. He pulls it to the far side. They're trying to tell him to go quick up to Schoen. Schoen has it. He tries to hit Embry, who's coming through the middle. He's able to strip it off, and that comes into Wade, and that will be a good shot on net there, but Wade, Belle Tire's goaltender is able to make the save. 16 seconds remaining. And Wade in to take the face-off on the far circle. Wade tries to win that one forward. He can't get possession. And now Huey now has it. Huey now moves it back over to Sellers. Sellers throws it in with the boards just to eat the clock. And that will end the first period. Victory Honda up 1-0. 1-0 Victory Honda. On a goal from Ethan Drabicki on the power play. So we'll have a 1 minute break here. Again, I'm just looking at my streaming side of things, and it's not very good. So So those that are tuning in, I highly doubt many are right now because of the Wi-Fi service. I will do my best to get this game uploaded tonight and get it out there. It takes a couple hours to upload and process, so Bear with me. So we'll start the second period. We'll go right to left on your screen. And we're going to have Reed and Ruiz on D, with Spencer, Denson, and Embry will be up front. Mason Gudridge obviously still in the net. I don't have a shot count, but we'll just probably roughly say 10-10, 12-12, something like that, 12-10. So Spencer in here to take the job for the second period. Honda's up by 1. And Tommy wins that faceoff. He moves it back to Reed. Reed backpedals a little bit. Now comes back up full ice. Or up ice. Denson now has it. Tries to throw it in. And that's back down low. Spencer's down there on the battle. And that comes out. Ruiz is able to keep it in. And now bounces back off of Honda's. And goes the other way. Spencer takes that shot high and over the glass. Or over the net. And hits the glass. And that'll come the length of the ice. And they're going to call that an icing, actually. I thought they were going to wave that one off. And that will come down the far side and to the right side of Bell Tire's goaltender here on the near side circle. Kaminsky in to take the draw with Drabicki, Plant, Mikulski, and Huey. Honda wins that face-off right to Drabicki. Drabicki just misses the net, goes to the far side, and we have a whistle. Oh, because they didn't start the clock? I don't know. I started my clock. So we'll just have a zone face-off again. Kaminsky here and on his forehand. Bell Tire's able to win that face-off, and we'll have another quick whistle as that goes off of his stick and into the stands. So a lot of little starts and stops. Guess that's going to come outside now. So that'll come outside here in the neutral zone. And we'll keep our 5 guys on the ice still. They win it back to Mikulski. Mikulski sends it in deep. Behind the net for Bell Tire to get it. They turn it over to Plant. Plant walks out. Fans on that shot. He moves it up to Huey. Huey has it. Moves it over to Mikulski. Mikulski spins and throws one back down behind the net for Denson. Or is that Kaminsky? I'm sorry. Kaminsky now has it. He's getting pressure. Plant now has it. Plant's able to stick handle around the referee. He tries to send it back down the wall for Kaminsky. Kaminsky battles off his guy. He gets possession. He moves it up. He spins it back down low to Drabicki. Drabicki now has it to Plant, and Plant tried to hit Drabicki back in the slot. Plant now has it. He's on his backhand. Takes a shot. That's not through. And Plant now has it and carries up the forehand side. He comes to the top of the circle, and he tries to send one far side to Mikulski that gets intercepted. And they come back down the other way. And Kaminsky's in on the battle down low. Kaminsky now is still battling down low. Patty Thomas has it. That jumps over Mikulski's head. And referee linesman goes down right in front of us. Mikulski moves it to Thomas. Thomas moves it right back up to Plant. Plant's 1-on-4 coming into the zone. Plant pulls up in the near side corner. He spins it back down low to Thomas. Thomas can't handle it. Jumps over a stick, and Wade now has possession. Wade loses it off of his stick. Patty Thomas now has it. And here comes Bell Tire the other way. Bell Tire has possession. And they send it down deep. Sellers gets his knocked off the puck. Battle in the corner with Sellers out there with Thomas. Thomas comes out with it though. Thomas tries to send a little soft one up over to Siebert. Siebert now has it. He throws it behind the net, and he sends his guy to the ice. He just threw him down like a rag doll there. So Siebert now has it in the near side corner. He throws it up, and Flores is able to keep it in. He doesn't have a passing lane to Wade, so he just dumps it back down low. Wade now has possession. Wade goes back, throws it back out to Sellers. Sellers over to Flores. Flores has it, doesn't have a shooting lane, so he decides to send it back down low to Siebert. Siebert and Thomas back down behind the net. Battling 2-on-2 behind the net. See if they're going to... Oh, that puck does loose, bumps out. And Belltire decides they're going to try to send it to length of the ice, but that goes off of Sellers' hand, and Sellers is not able to corral it, and it comes all the way back to Maitland. Sellers now sends a hard rim on the far side to Schoen. That gets out, but it stays. They're on sides now, and they come back in and send it in, and Mason directs that to the corner. Flores is down there with Wade. Wade now has it, tries to move it up to Embry. Embry gets a hit by a pinching defenseman, and Wade comes the other way with Schoen. Wade's on 2-on-1, a shrieking shot, and Braden Wade goes top shelf with 13:26 to go in the second period over top of the goaltender's left shoulder and puts Honda up 2-1. A 2-on-1 with Schoen driving to the net, used him as a decoy, and Belltire did have pressure coming back, but Wade just throws that one up over top of the goaltender's left shoulder to make it 2-0 victory Honda. Kaminsky's out here. Denzin and Drabicki. Belltire wins that face-off. They come back. It goes to Ruiz. Ruiz just throws it the other side. And Belltire now has it. They try to come here to the near side. Ruiz is in. He steps up, sends it back down low. Kaminsky's first on the puck, but goaltender moves it here to the near side. Kaminsky now has possession of it again and tries to spin back on his backhand. Indirect pass off the board to Ruiz. Ruiz over to Reed. Reed tries to take a shot, hits Drabicki. Drabicki just tries to throw a backhander to the net, not able to get it to the net. And Drabicki rolls out. He takes a quick little snapshot there that didn't hit the net. And had it hit the net, it could have been dangerous. Reed goes back to get it. Reed now has possession. He spins off with his guy. Belltire's going for a change. Reed comes up here in the neutral zone. Comes into the offensive zone. He tries to pull it in and gets that puck knocked off of his stick. Reed sends it back down low for Denzin. Denzin fights off the checks, tries to step over another one. Plante just takes one in high riser. Reed now has it. He tries to send it back far side to Plante. Plante, little stutter step in the corner, sends one out to Denzin on the near side. Tommy Spencer's out there to help out. Spencer spins one up the wall to Plante. Plante tries to send one back down on a cycle. They come here on the near side, and here comes Ruiz to put pressure, which now makes them come back, and that looks like Spencer took a big hit down in the corner, and that goes off of a shin pad, and we come the other way. Mikulski comes back with a great poke shot, and that still goes in. So with 11:52, Belltire gets their first goal of the game. Spencer took a big hit down low. Ruiz, I think, hit off shin pads and sent them back 2-on-0 the other way. Mikulski back checked. And they ended up picking up their rebound. So Belltire has some life now. They win the face-off, and they send it back down. That's going to go behind the net for Huey. Huey backhand up to Schoen. Schoen has it. He tries the backhander, and it doesn't get out, and it's not enough strength. Siebert's not able to get it out. Huey now has possession. Huey moves it over to Flores. Flores now has possession. He gets it to Schoen, and he's able to get out of the zone. Belltire comes back for it. And Schoen's in the corner down low. And Siebert puts a big hit on their defenseman behind the net. Nobody really has possession right now, but Belltire now does come out with it. Belltire goes D to D. And they send a high flip up the other side. The Huey just knocks it down with his hand and moves it up to Siebert. Siebert's going to move it back down the other way. So that comes up to Embry. Embry has it. He tries to go backdoor to Schoen, but Schoen's not able to get a stick on that one. If he was a lefty, he might have had a little tap-in goal. So they try to send it the length of the ice, and that'll go to the length. And we have a whistle with 10:40 to go here in this second period. 2-1 hockey game between Victory Honda and Bell Tire. Wade with Drabicki, Embry, Mikulski, and Sellers out here to take the face-off. They're setting up Drabicki. Drabicki's not able to get a clean shot off, and we have a 4-on-2 coming the other way. And they try to step up. Mikulski shuts that down, but another bouncing puck, and does get going the other way. And they're able to get it out. Here they come going, 3-on-2 the other way with Embry has Drabicki going to the net. A sliding play by the defenseman who's able to, and Drabicki lays the guy out who decides that he wants to play it down with his glove hand. Drabicki sends one down, sends him to the ice. Mikulski spins back. He tries to hit Drabicki. And now Embry's down low. And there's still a battle along the wall. They're able to come out with it. And they're coming up here to the near side. Mikulski steps up. And again, we will go to an intermission here, an ice cut. And 9:50 to go here. Give yourselves 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and we'll be back. I can say potentially live, but there's a pretty good chance we won't be. So we'll be in and out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live for the second half of the second period. Again, I hope that we are going to try to somewhat stay live, but we have really, really wet ice right now, so that should be a fun D-zone play. We're going to have Kaminsky out here with Siebert and Drabicki. And we will have Sellers and Flores out on D. Face-off will be just outside of Victory Honda's zone, their D zone. And they win that face-off. They send it far side. It's just out of reach. Goes down the other way, but Bell Tire's goaltender decides to play it. He probably shouldn't have. And we come back here the other way. Kaminsky's able to keep it in. Kaminsky has it. He sends it in for Bell Tire's defenseman. It gets turned over. Siebert, that defenseman, wanted no parts of that puck with Siebert coming down on him. He decided to turn it over, and they come here to the near side, but they still get it out of the zone. Flores steps up, keeps it into the zone, and sends it back down the length of the ice. Kaminsky's on a forecheck. Kaminsky's first to the puck there. Kaminsky puts a big hit on that player and sends his helmet and mask. Oh, they're going to give Kaminsky a penalty here. I actually don't think that was a penalty. I just think that the kid has a little too much hang on his helmet there, and he probably shouldn't have. But I think they're probably going to give him maybe potentially a head contact here. And that will come back down the length of the ice. Let's see. They do Looks like they are going to go to the box. We have Denson serving in. I'm thinking they're going to give him an elbow, a 2-10 head contact. So Denson will go in and serve that penalty. So we will lose Kaminsky here for 12 minutes. He'll be back in the third. So out here to kill this one, and we'll have Plant and Wade, Mikulski, Huey as your 4 to start this kill. Better get that power play up on the board. 9:07 to go. Face off to the right of Mason. Victory Honda is able to get possession, chip it out. Mikulski is able to get it out and send it the length of the ice, and does go for an icing. I thought it might have not gone just because it's so wet. Thought maybe it would have got hung up in the zone for Victory Honda, but we'll come back here to the left of Mason. Take this face off. And they win it. That's Huey gets it. Huey sends it indirect off the boards and comes the length of the ice. And Bell Tire's goaltender is able to come out and play it. They come here and hit a nice little pass into the zone. Mikulski shuts that down and comes the other way to Plant. Plant comes in, he cuts to the middle, he has possession, he gets hooked. Mikulski has it, he takes a shot, tries to get the shot off, and he got slashed at the last second. So he wasn't able to get that shot off as he looked like he had a pretty wide open net. But he got two-handed and knocked off his stick. So Spencer's out here, they turn it, it comes back to the near side. They go to step up. Mikulski shuts it down again. He sends a nice little indirect pass that hits off the official. And he had a breaking Tommy Spencer. And Schoen sends that one the other way. And Bell Tire looks like Mikulski's going to draw a penalty there. And we'll have a 4-on-4 hockey right now. And Mikulski draws a penalty. So we'll have a 52-second 4-on-4, 53-second by the official game clock. And then we'll be on a power play for 1 minute and 7 seconds. So Spencer's out here to take the face off. He's got Schoen with him, Ruiz and Reed. He wins that face-off back to Reed. Reed has possession. He sends it to the far corner. Spencer's in there, takes the body. Schoen's back, and here comes Bell Tire coming the other way. Bell Tire decides to pull up. Didn't feel like he had enough pressure there to keep going forward and send it backwards. So we have 30 seconds before the power play begins. And they shut it down here in the neutral zone. They are now able to get the zone, but now they just throw it in. Ruiz now drops it off the puck, moves it to Reed. Reed has it, moves it to Spencer. Spencer up to Schoen. Schoen has it on 2-on-2. He has Spencer going to the net. He has a streak. He had a Ruiz, late Ruiz. Not sure he had a passing lane, but he decided to try to take one to the net. And now we have a power play here for Honda, and they're going to wave that one off. So Reed's going to go back behind the net to get it. He has it on the far side. He sends it up here to Ruiz. Ruiz is able to gain the zone. He cuts inside out. He just throws a backhander blindly to nobody. But he was able to come out with it. They try to go far side. Plant, he pulls one inside and goes for it underneath the blocker and goes inside. We got lucky on that power play goal, but I guess you guys, we need luck after turning one over. So Victory Honda is up 3-1 right now. And with 6:43 to go, Plant scores. I believe he put that one underneath the blocker and just above the pad of Bell Tire's goaltender. Referee's giving a little heel tap to see who knows where the puck's going to get dropped. Sellers goes indirect off the boards. Not able to get it to a stick. And they come the other way. Mason steers that to the corner. They come up, they move it to Plant. Plant just tries to chip one. It gets hung up in a Belle Tire skate. And Embry's in on the forecheck. Embry puts the body back down. Wade's down low. Wade battling to it. Wade got two-handed across the kidneys there. And I thought maybe the referee would have called that one with the whack. Plant turns it over, and here comes Belle Tire. But Sellers is able to step up and keep Belle Tire from getting anything going. Wade gets a little stick on that one, and Embry's first on the puck. It gets turned over here for Belle Tire, and they're going to send it the length of the ice, and that will be a whistle with 5:48 remaining here in this second period. So here in the offensive zone, we're going to have a face-off with Siebert, Drabicki, Thomas, Mikulski, and Huey. Thomas in to take the face-off. He has the Siebert set up. They send it behind the far side. And Drabicki's in on the forecheck. Drabicki's able to put some body on. Huey's able to knock it down with his glove. And has in zone right there. Patty Thomas is able to try to sneak it in. And they send it back behind their net. They go to set up. Victory Hunter goes in a 1-2-2. And set up. And it comes out. Mikulski goes back forward. He picks it up on his forehand. He pulls up on his side. He goes to Thomas. Thomas comes behind the net. Patty Thomas comes up the far side. He just runs out of real estate over there, but moves it to Siebert. Siebert now has possession. Siebert has it over to Huey. Huey sends it back down the far side. Comes down into the far side corner, and back out to Schoen. Schoen has it. He moves it over to Mikulski. Bounces up over top of his stick, and he has it and spins off of his guy and sends it in deep. And it's here on the near side, and here comes Belle Tire. Belle Tire comes up the far side. They send it in on Mason, and it just misses him, and Huey goes back to get it and moves it over to Ruiz. Ruiz throws it up the strong side, but gets turned over. Denzin now has it. Shown here on the near side, right here in front of your screen. Ruiz moves it over to Huey. Huey almost takes the suicide pass, and Spencer comes into the zone. He gets knocked off the puck, and Denzin tries to put the body on his guy. Schoen's able to keep it alive down low. Schoen battling down low with Spencer, and Spencer's able to come out with it. Spencer spins off of his guy. He comes back behind his net. They move it out, and Schoen's not able to get a good piece of wood on it. Or composite, as we should say these days. And Belle Tire goaltender is able to get it to the far side. Reed pinches down, tries to keep it in, and Belle Tire is going to send it to the length of the ice, and we have a whistle with 3:34 to go, and a defensive zone face-off for Belle Tire. Wade's going to be out here to take the draw. He wins it, comes back to Reed. Reed takes a shot. That's a deflection there by Embry. Embry doesn't, almost gets, Wade spins off his guy. He tries to walk out. And now that have it, they come to the far side, and Ruiz is going to have to go back and get that one. Ruiz, that bounces up over top of his stick. Reed comes in, tries to have a big hit, but misses. And moves it over here to Plant. Plant moves it to Embry in the middle of the ice. Embry six handles and puts it right through the skates. Into the zone. He tries to spin that back, but doesn't have any pressure, or help, I should say. They come to the far side. Sellers is able to pinch down, but the Belle Tire is able to get it out. And Plant puts his guy into the boards. Wade jumps through a couple, and you see stick handles inside out, goes to his backhand, has possession, tries to throw it in front of the net. Flores now comes down low. On the left-hand side, Flores behind his net, little puck protection move, spins back, now still has possession, and just turns it over on the backhand and throws it behind the net. And back out here in the neutral zone for Flores. He tries to hit Wade, and that will be an icing with 2:17 to go here in this second period. Back to the left-hand side, or the left side of Mason Gudridge from Colorado. So here in to take the face off, we'll have Patty Thomas, who's taking over for Nolan Kaminsky. Hopefully, Comrie will be out here shortly in the third period by 9:07, so he shouldn't have too long in the third period. And Siebert's able to take his guy, and we're going to... I'm not exactly... So why did they blow the whistle? Because the player didn't have his helmet on? I mean, we had Victory Honda had possession coming into the offensive zone, but they're going to go on the power play here because Jay Siebert got his helmet ripped off in a headlock. I mean, I think if you're going to call Kaminsky for a 2 and 10, I would think you'd call this one a 2 and 10. Let's see what they do here. I mean, it is head contact. So, at the end of the day, you should be giving a 2 and 10. Okay, so they will be serving a 2 and 10 penalty here. So we'll have a power play here. 2:08 remain. Let's buzz that up here. Let's get 2:07 like they have on the clock so that we're official with the score. And Spencer will be out here with Hembry and Thomas and Mikulski and Huey, looks like. Huey has possession on the far side. Moves it down to Schoen. I'm sorry, that was Schoen, not Embry. Patty Thomas has it. He moves it up to Huey. Huey has possession. He tries to walk down the wall. He gives it to Patty Thomas. Patty Thomas back up to Huey. Huey in his skates. Huey back down to Patty Thomas. Patty Thomas can't handle that one off the goaltender. And that comes out to Schoen. Schoen has it. That gets turned over. And here comes, they chip it past Mikulski. And Huey's in to get possession. He spins off of his guy. Mikulski comes in, knocks his guy flying, and Mikulski now has possession behind the net and decides that we're just going to set this one up. And Spencer's coming out with it. And Mikulski hits Thomas. Thomas comes back to Mikulski. Mikulski cuts back here. He has it, and he hits Spencer. Spencer goes in off the boards and hits a referee. And Mikulski's able to keep it in. Mikulski off the boards to Spencer. Spencer pulls out, comes to the middle, back to Spencer. Spencer back, had Schoen down low. Schoen moves it over, tries to get it to Spencer, but it's not hard enough. Too soft on the passes. But Spencer's able to come out with it. Spencer's battling. He has it. He's getting sticked. They're getting pressure. Schoen now getting knocked over. 45 seconds remaining here. Spencer has it. He cuts back. He has Mikulski here at the top. Mikulski takes a quick little shot. Had the near side corner picked, but the goaltender just gets his blocker over to it, and they take a shot. Rebound. Another big save, and they knock it out, and Mikulski's able to keep it in. Mikulski spins around. It comes to Schoen. Schoen has it with 25 seconds. He goes cross ice, and a great save by the Belle Tire goaltender on Flores. And Spencer turns that over, and he chips it past Sellers. They come up the other side, and Embry's able to just come back and get that puck. And we'll have 6 seconds remaining, and Spencer has it. We'll end this period here 3-1 Victory Honda. And that will do it there for your second period. 3-1 Victory Honda. It was a fantastic save by Belle Tire's goaltender, Ana Flores, who came off the bench and tried to bury that one. So we have a minute break here and get ready here for the third period. We should get back Nolan Kaminsky here in about 3 minutes into this period, I would think. Bell Tire has a guy serving a 10-minute for head contact right now, so both guys in the box is head contact, so they're both serving misconduct penalties, so we're playing 5-on-5. All right, here to start the third period, Wade, Siebert, Trubicki, Ruiz, and Reed. Wade comes in. He gets set to take the draw. Referee finally puts it down. Ruiz has it. He comes up here to the near side. Ruiz pulls in, tries to hit a streaking guy. Trubicki has it. He goes back door to Wade, and he's not able to put that one in. Good play. I thought Trubicki probably should have taken that shot. And he finishes off his check and is able to keep it in. Wade has it. He cuts back, loses possession. And Siebert's trying to put pressure. Here comes Trubicki. Trubicki's there. Reed steps up and hopefully shuts this play down for Siebert to come back the other way. Siebert now has it. He takes a quick shot. That's going to go to the far side. Wade's in to get it. Wade does a little stop, cuts back, tries to take a shot, and gets hit, rocked, sent to the ice. Patty Thomas off the bench. Patty Thomas in his skates in his front there. And Reed now has it. He hits one off the face mask of the Bell Tire's goaltender. Wade now has possession. Wade sends it over to Siebert. Siebert now has it. He moves it to Mikulski. Mikulski takes a shot. That doesn't get through. And that's blocked. Mikulski now has it back in the neutral zone. He moves it to Wade quickly. And Wade's coming into the zone. He takes a shot. Loose pass. And that's a goal. They need to. Referee is in a bad position. He's in the corner. Patty Thomas ends up scoring that goal, and they are waving that one off right there with 15:53 to go. They're going to wave that one off, and the referee was in a terrible position. He's down here in the Zamboni door. I don't know what he's doing down there, but Mikulski moves it up to Wade. Wade comes in, takes a shot. Goaltender doesn't handle a clean. Patty Thomas driving the net like you try to teach these kids to drive F2, drive to the net, and picks up a rebound and scores. But the referee, again, bad position, and sometimes you have that. So hopefully we can try to put one in here now quickly and keep the momentum up here. So Plant's in to take the draw. And he's able to win it, but doesn't really win it clean, but he's able to win it. Schoen now has it. Schoen swings back into the corner. He's battling in down low with Patty Thomas. Schoen moves it out to Huey. Huey has it. He tries to cut to the inside, but he doesn't have a lane, so he sends it back down the wall. Schoen's in on it. And Huey's in there. He's able to keep possession of it. Sorry, moving the screen too soon. Patty Thomas now has it. He comes back out in the zone. That's moved to Plant. Plant comes back the other way. Plant's able to stick handle. He gets a slash. I think you could have called that one because he was in clear. Plant tries to pull one in on a toe drag off the wall. And it was unsuccessful. And that comes back the other way here. Huey steps up and Schoen's back to get it. Schoen now has possession. And he takes it, and Mason's just going to take a whistle here with 15:02 to go in this period. So we're going to have Kaminsky still not out of the box. So we're going to have Spencer out here, center and Denzin and Embry, with Sellers and Flores on D. And this face-off will be to the right of Mason. They win the face-off back into the corner, but there's nobody there. Sellers back to battle. Hands are up. And and nice little play by Embry. But Tommy didn't have his stick there. And Denzin gets hit. Spencer runs his guy. And we'll have a little bit of a altercation here in front. It looked like Denzin got hit first. Spencer came in. And then Sellers comes flying in. So looks like we're probably going to end up going shorthanded here. That's my guess. Nope. We're going to go 5-5. We got two guys in the box. So we've got Sellers in the box for sure. We've got Denson in the box as well. They have two players as well in theirs. So each team and the other ones are serving their 10 minutes still. And I believe Kaminsky's got to get out soon. Oh, yeah, he's probably about a minute from getting out. So we'll see what happens here. Referees are going to discuss this one. All right, well, referees have discussed it. We'll just see what they decide to come out with here. My guess is we're going to be shorthanded, but I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, we're going to be shorthanded. We got one extra guy in the box. Okay, so I believe we're going to be shorthanded, but we got four guys in the box. They've got three. Two are serving misconduct penalties. Still having discussions over here with the Bell Tire bench. And we have number 14, Ryan Sellers, with the extra. So that'll put Victory Honda shorthanded with 14:45 to go here in the third. So Drabicki will be in here to take the face off with Wade, Ruiz, and Reed. Ruiz is able to come out with it on a nice little win by Drabicki. And that will go the length of the ice with 14:37. They had a little set play off the face-off. If they win it, Drabicki wins it back to Ruiz. Ruiz is going to come up the boards. And they had a breaking Reed coming out of the zone that Ruiz just misses him on an indirect pass off the boards. So let's see if we can set that right back up again. But Bell Tire is able to control this face-off. They take a shot. Mason moves it to the near side. Wade's in here to pick it up. Wade sends a soft one. And he's going to send it down, and it doesn't go the length of the ice for an icing. So Bell Tire now has to set up behind their net for their power play breakout with 1:30 to remaining in this power play. Come up here to the far side. Possession, and they send it near side corner for us, far side for them. Wade's not able to control that one, a bouncing puck. And Drabicki's putting pressure down. Drabicki has it. He's coming into the zone. He's fighting off for it. He gets all down on that one. And it turns it over right back to Drabicki. Drabicki turns and tries to jam one home and not able to put one in. Wade's down low. Wade's putting pressure on his guy. He now has, and they send it to the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing call on the power play for Bell Tire. So that's going to come back down. I believe that's going to go to the left over here of Bell Tire's goaltender. Spencer in to take the draw. Spencer wins it. Comes back to Siebert. Siebert has it. He moves it over to Flores. Flores now, they just throw it back behind the net. Bell Tire's looking to get their power play breakout set up. They come up here to the near side. They come to the inside. They cut to the middle and can't get into the zone, but now able to get into the zone. Now let's see. Getting set up is a different story. Siebert now puts pressure on, and we got Tommy coming the other way with Siebert. Tommy tries to send a backhand pass. It sails on him and goes high, but Spencer now has it in the corner with Siebert. We got Siebert's right there, and still battling, wasting time. 16 seconds remaining here in this one. 10 seconds. Way to go, Tommy. Moving, just draining the clock. Spencer just drains that clock down there. He lost about 10 seconds, and they just turn it over and comes back. They have to get set up, and that'll bring back Victory Honda back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey, 12:40 to go in this third. And Bell Tire now tries to carry it up the zone. They don't have much going. And Mikulski sends a nice little indirect pass to Plante. Plante cuts into the middle here. He had a Embry going to the net on the far side. I thought Plante might have taken that shot, but Embry has it. Embry now has it. He dumps it back down low in a cycle play for Plante. Plante's in on the puck. And Schoen is down there with him. Schoen's battling down low. He carries the puck out, has it, protects the puck, spins out, tries to throw it across crease to Embry. Embry's not there to get it, though. Embry comes off the half wall. Huey's not able to keep it in. That comes out to Ruiz. Ruiz now has it, sends it down low. He comes over here to this side, and Bell Tire now has it. Huey's able to stop that play. They send it down into the zone, and that is going to be Embry that comes in possession, or battling down low with Schoen. Schoen's down low. He just gets run from behind there, and I think they probably could have taken that one. And Patty Thomas tries to throw a backhander off of a loose puck that's just waiting there. Thomas sends his guy to the boards. Ruiz is able to get close the gap, and he sends it back down low with 11 minutes to go. 12 to go to be exact. They come up here to the near side, just in front of us. Puck gets just chipped past. They come to the outside. They try to beat Reed, and they throw a backhander across Mason's crease there. And they're able to battles, and they take some big hits along the wall. I believe we're going to have an offsides with 10:53 to go in the third. So we're going to get Denton out of the box, and we're going to have... I'm trying to see if that's Sellers still in the box, or if that is... So face off here, and then Victory Honda's able to get it, and Wade sends that one into the fans down there in the corner. That they didn't actually get that puck because we have netting all around the rink, but so Bell Tire's able to get possession, send it to the far side. Reed to Plante. Plante's not able to get it out, though. He tried to chip one up to Wade and wasn't able to get it. Spencer's out there. Spencer now has it. He has Wade going to the net. It's a 2-on-3, I'm sorry. He sends it behind the net to Wade. Wade has possession. He sends it back behind the net. He thought he had Spencer still there, but Spencer rolled to the top above the puck. Plante now has it. He sends a cycle down low. He's not able to get it. Flores is able to keep it in. It gets turned over, and he's able to knock it down with his glove, and they send it down the length of the ice with Reed to go back to get it. Reed now has possession. He carries it up through the middle of the ice. That puck jumps over a stick. He tries to go to the outside. He comes in. He throws it back to Tommy Spencer on the backhand, and Spencer's not able to get a good piece of wood on it. And Wade's in there to put the pressure. Pont's able to shut that down. That gets turned over here to Reed. Reed has it. He just outstretched of Spencer. They have it down here on the near side. Mikulski tries to pinch in. Mikulski gets tripped up, and they come back the other way. And they were able to get possession, and Ruiz is able to shut that down. That comes out to the point, and Mikulski now has it. He picks it up. He moves it to Ruiz. Ruiz has it. He moves it over here to the near side to Spencer. Spencer sends one in. Softon is going to go for a change. And we have Isaac Embry on the forecheck with Denson here and Siebert. And they're just setting up their 1-2-2 and slowing this pace down. They try to get a turnover, and I think they're not going to call it tripping. I thought the guys yesterday would have called a trip, but the guys today did not. Siebert now has it. He turns that over in the neutral zone. And Beltire now has it. They go to the far side. They don't really get much going. Honda usually shuts down in the neutral zone. And they come back down the length of the ice. That gets past their goaltender. And they come up the other side. Reed now has it. Reed spins back. And Denson. Denson's not able to, or he's able to get it out of the zone, I should say. And they're potentially turning that over. And forcing down low. It's kind of a sloppy game. This isn't much of a great game from a skills perspective, but because it's just been real sloppy. And we have another turnover here. Schoen tries to chip one, and it doesn't get out. Huey now has it. Huey moves it up. He moves it to Schoen. Schoen now comes into the zone, or not into the zone because he had a guy late, and moves it back over to Reed. Reed now tries to hit Kaminsky, who's out of the box. Kaminsky tries to finish off his check. 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in this period. Huey moves it back down to Reed. Reed back over to Huey. Huey moves it up to Schoen. Schoen just goes an indirect pass, and we have Kaminsky after it. And Beltire is able to shut it down, but Batty Thomas, he's another big body that likes to throw the weight around out there. And they're able to get into the zone now. They now have to take their first shot in a while. That goes high, though. I'm not sure that was really on net. And Flores now goes back to get it to Wade. Back to Flores. Flores tries to send a backhand, and that's going to come out of the zone where they have to come back and get possession. And Huey's going to take it. Excuse me. Schoen now has it. He moves it up to Wade. Wade comes in, tries to throw it in his zone. It comes off of his stick and comes back out in the zone. Plant now has possession. Plant comes over to Ruiz. Ruiz now has it. He tries to spin off pressure, and that's going to be an offsides call with 6:32 to go here in the third. I believe I've been able to keep a signal for a while. I can't guarantee that if it's any good, but I think I've had a signal for a while. But excuse me, folks. Flores is able to just push that forward. That comes back here to the zone. Comes to the far side over there. Beltire's now able to get it. And Flores shuts it back down, sends it back out here in the neutral zone, just below the camera. And it turns over. Spencer's able to throw it into the near corner for Plante. Plante goes and gets it, picks it up on his backhand. We throw a little fake on the forehand. He tries to roll out, stutter steps, moves it back down to Drabicki. Drabicki has possession. He spins off his guy. He gets a jersey pull and falls down. And they come in and battle, and the puck is down low and jumps out, and Tommy Spencer walks out with it. Spencer walks out. He tries to go far post, and goaltender makes a save, and they send it the length of the ice. And Mason's able to come out and play it and stretch the ice, and comes back to Plante. Plante now has it in the offensive zone, playing that off of Mason Gudridge. Clearing attempt, 175 feet up the ice, and Mikulski chips that into. But Beltire's able to take that shot. It doesn't get through. in front. Patty Thomas now has possession. Thomas tries to send it up. Reed tries to barrel through his guy. And they go the far side and straight turnovers. Bell Tires created some turnovers there. We get a little sloppy, but with Patty Thomas coming the other way. Thomas now has possession. He stick handles through everybody in the neutral zone. He comes down the near side. He tries to chip one over, and that gets turned over, and Reed's going to decide to pinch down hard. Reed now has it. He tries to throw one center ice. Mikulski has it. He cuts to the middle. Mikulski goes back door to Reed, and he can't bury one. That's a nice little play by Mikulski to try to hit Reed. Two defensemen teaming up. Reed goes back to Mikulski. Mikulski now has possession. He tries to get it, and it turns it over to Reed. Reed now, it bounces, and he goes back to get it. Reed now goes behind his own net. He sends a bouncing pass, and Mikulski just throws one up the middle. Not a good play on a bouncing puck, but it recovers and now gets it up here for Denson. Denson's coming into the zone. Denson tries to take a shot, and that's going to be deflected. Wade's out here. 4:08 to go. 3-1 hockey game. Victory Honda's up 3-1 here on Bell Tire. It's in the near side corner, and they're going to escape the zone rather quick. And Embry's able to stop that and send it the other way for Denson, who jumps with Ruiz. Ruiz is able to just chip that in and come back behind the net. Wade tries to strip the puck off of the Bell Tires defenseman, and Denson's in there to help. Denson, Schoen, and Wade. Wade out to Ruiz. Ruiz over here to the near side to Huey. Huey takes that shot. That's sticked aside by Bell Tires goaltender. Will try to walk out with Kaminsky here. I'm sorry, that wasn't Denson. That was Kaminsky. Wade now has it with Kaminsky. Pulls it out. Comes back out to Huey. Huey has it. Moves it over to Ruiz. Ruiz takes that. Tries to hit Kaminsky in the slot. Schoen's first to the puck. Bell Tires first to the puck all day long here. And we move it over, and that'll come out of the zone. And Huey's. We had a bad pass here, but we move it up quick. Quick transition. Schoen win the shade. Or Wade. I've combined Schoen and Wade together, so we call it shade. But Schoen tries to hit him on the back door, and he's not there. Flores is over there to get that puck on the far side. He tries to send it down low. It comes behind Bell Tire's net, and they're just going to send it the length of the ice. And I believe that will be an icing with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this third period. Bell Tire is going to call a timeout. So with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, Bell Tire calls their timeout. Oops, sorry folks. I'm just trying to tighten up my tripod here. I probably got a couple of fans in here. Try to make a guest appearance on the broadcast. But my tripod somehow got loose, and I thought I was doing a good job of keeping it directed on the rink, but I guess not. So coming in out of that timeout, we're going to have Spencer in and take the draw. Drabicki, Siebert, Ruiz, Reed. Honda wins that face-off. Bell Tire wins that face-off. They tried to set up a set play right off of the face-off and not able to get it out. But they come back down in the zone, and there's Drabicki. He goes far side, indirect pass off the boards. And they take that shot and just miss the net. Reed in to get it. Schoen now has it. And here comes Drabicki. Drabicki has it. He sends one in off the glass, sends it down low. They have to go back and get possession and come up the far side. Move that puck over the near side, and Reed's able to knock it down. Embry now has it. Embry fans on it, but Spencer's there to pick it up. Spencer drives, slips one underneath the stick, comes far side. He tries to wrap one. but not. He just kind of came through the crease out on an angle. If we would have had a guy streaking to the net, that would have been in the back of the net. 1:48 to go here in the third period. 3-1 Honda. And they go far side. And they come into the offensive zone. They take a shot off of Mason's mask. He takes a big, takes one off the head there. And Patty Thomas fights through 2 big hits down the wall. Thomas now has it. He tries to go behind the net to Isaac Embry, I believe. Isaac Embry shields off. He moves it out to Mikulski. Mikulski takes a quick one. That misses the net. But it pass didn't come out really quick, real hard, so it had to rush it. Plant's in on the first on the forecheck. Plant now has it. And they get here. Ruiz has it. He looked to send it to Mikulski, but that decided that was not going to be a good play as they had pressure. 1 minute remaining here in this period, in this third. And they send it to the far side of the ice. When they come into the offensive zone, Ruiz is in there. They shield it off. Thought it was going to go behind the net, but Ruiz in and throws one up into the fans with 40 seconds exactly to go in this period. So faceoff's going to come here to the right side of Mason. 40 seconds to go. 2-goal lead right now. Wade's not able to get that one out on the first crack or the second crack. But Denzen's able to get it out, and they're going to wave that one off. I'm sorry, Drabicki. Siebert now has it, or behind the net with 20 seconds to go. And Wade's able to just throw that. Ruiz now has possession. 8 seconds to go. Puck's just bouncing all over the place. Ruiz picks it up, and that will end your game here. Victory Honda with one more W on the board. And we go into tomorrow's game 2-0 this weekend. So 3-1 hockey game today between Victory Honda and Bell Tire. We had goals. 2 power play goals, I believe. Trying to remember the goal scorers. I know Drabicki had 1. Wade had 1, and I'm trying to think of the third. And I apologize, can't get that one up. So tomorrow morning, the boys will finish off the weekend at 9 a.m. against Bigby. And that will finish their first Maha Showcase of the year. And then they're off until next weekend when they face the Ohio Blue Jackets for their first home games of the year. So tomorrow morning we'll do our best to try and do it live again. Again, I have it recorded. I'm going to shut her down here, and I'll see you here tomorrow morning. Thank you and take care.